Naveen and I had a very intense hiring drive in the last 3 months. We had 2,000 plus internship profiles coming left, right, and center. Um, Unfortunately or fortunately, because we realized there is a problem, we hosted all this via LinkedIn. And LinkedIn has a very pathetic UI. You cannot download all these resumes. They give you a very pathetic screen where you browse each of those each of those profiles one by one. It was way too time consuming, right? Now, what have we done here? I'll show you my Google Drive. Which will go through all these PDFs one by one. It'll extract all the data from the PDF. Your email, where did you work, which college are you from, what was your degree, where was your last work experience, which was your last project, what are your major skill sets, whatever is mentioned in your resume, right? It'll extract all the data into very, very structured format. Then we run some eval. Like we have some requirements. We wanted to hire engineers who are familiar with some front-end, back-end frameworks as well as AI applications. Based on this criteria, it will score and screen relevant candidates so that we can go jump into interviews directly. So I'll just show you how this workflow works, right? We'll start the workflow. So I have connected it to my Google Drive. It has taken all my resumes from Google Drive. Now it's trying to extract all the data from my resume. I'm using the 4.1 model for this, the latest 4.1 from ChatGPT. It's extracting all the details from the resume. Then it goes through something called as summarization. It summarizes each of the profiles, looks at all the data, and then comes up with a summary of what each profile means. And post summary, it goes through each profile one by one and starts dumping them into my Excel sheet. So maybe we'll have a couple of them. So the first one got created. We got the name, mobile number, city, email, college, degree, major, year, work experience, project, what are the skill sets, what is the summary of his profile, how is the compatibility with respect to the JD that I floated? Probably very less because the candidate hasn't done much of AI applications, but he has done something in front end, back end, but not much on AI, so his rating is pretty low. Similarly, it will go through all the 10 resumes that I have. It'll start making entries. Again, this guy is from a different college, computer science engineering. This guy seems to be rating high. And why is he rated high? Mostly because he has got strong technical expertise and he has proven AI/LM project framework and proficiency, right? He has not done something on LangChain MCP or MCPs, which I wanted. That's why he's not 10 out of 10. But otherwise, this guy seems to have done something, couple of projects on LLMs in his projects. Right? We'll have a lot of these candidates. I mean, each of those profiles will be passed and dumped into this Excel sheet in this particular format. What we can also do is based on the relevancy score, I can automatically send rejection emails to some of the candidates, send a follow-up calendar invite to candidates who are rating very, very high in this particular score and keep on iterating it. I mean, reduce my time in terms of coordination and directly go and talk to some of these guys, interview some of these guys. What I'll show you quickly is similar prompt structure in terms of what we use. As I told you, there is a user prompt, there is a system prompt. In this particular example, if you see, we are passing the job title, we are passing the summary in terms of what we extracted before. Key responsibilities, this comes from my JD, and we are asking it to actually score the candidate, right? How does he rate? How do you score this candidate? Is what we are trying to do here. I'll maybe show one more system prompt in terms of summarization. Very simple prompts, right? Write a concise summary based on all this data, and the AI was able to come back with the profile summary that we saw there. Again, these are very, very basic prompts that we are using. You guys can actually improvise this to a much, much, much better version. But this is good out of the box already. Probably I would rate it at 85 to 90% accuracy. Let us quickly look at this is still running because I've got 10 documents. I've added a wait time very deliberately because Google Sheets has a limitation, rate limiting, where it doesn't permit when I run multiple APIs altogether. But again, Google Sheet is only for demo. You can put this out in a database for a more structured entry and then parsing it for emails later, etc. So for enterprise software, probably workflows will be slightly different. Since it's a demo, we are using Google Sheet to display art of what is possible. Looks like the extraction is complete. We've got a lot of files out here, 10 odd files. I'll take one of the examples. Yeah, the resume got parsed. I'll take one of the examples and probably go through what the parsing accuracy was. Looks like this guy has got a lot of data. Let's go check his profile. Okay, this Anai Singh, start mobile number starting with 80, ending with 89. Anai Singh, mobile 80 and 89. Email, NIT Calicut, Electronics Communication 2025 batch. NIT Calicut, EC 2025 batch. And maybe let's look at experience as well. This guy has got multiple places where he has worked. He has worked at Ragam as a tech head, which seems to be his latest workex. So let's see what it picked. Yeah, it says Ragam tech head from, it also passed the date, see, from 1st September 2024 to 1st Feb 2025. The sky is the limit, guys. So I have actually passed only the first experience, the latest experience, work experience, and some data. So as you can see, it got all the data accurately. You got skill sets, etc. All these are extracted perfectly fine. Very interesting points here is we are not doing any keyword matching like typical ATS systems work. What we are doing is we are passing all this context to LLM as any individual person would do. The LLM is acting like a person here, right? It's reading all this data and then it's coming to its own conclusions based on some criteria I have set. If you look at his experience, the order in which he displays is not, I mean, it's going in the backward chronological order. He was coming from the farthest first and latest at the end. But I asked LLM to specifically give me only the most latest experience, and hence it pulled Ragam and not Tatva over here. Similarly, you can see the mobile number has country code and typically Excel breaks if you add country code, etc. I asked LLM to ignore some of these country codes so that mobile number can be parsed properly. It's able to do that with simple instruction, right? I did not add any regex, overcomplicated logics. It's just a system prompt. It made all this possible. What I can also do, given he has given his GitHub URL, LinkedIn URL, and all those, I can actually make these agents go to his GitHub, check what he has built, and then rate his project, and then come back and tell me his skill sets based on whatever his GitHub repositories are. Or go to his LinkedIn, read his post, understand what he's really curious, interested about. Thank you, guys. That's the end of today's session. Next week, we'll be covering model context protocol and AI dashboards. See you in the next session. Bye bye.